What if Apple's biggest surprise this year isn't the iPhone 18 Pro, but the long-awaited iPhone Ultra Fresh leaks suggest Apple's first foldable iPhone could finally arrive in 2026, and it may become the company's most revolutionary smartphone yet. For years, the device has been widely referred to as the iPhone Fold, but recent reports indicate Apple is leaning toward the premium iPhone Ultra branding instead. Since early 2026, several reliable sources have pointed to this name. Bloomberg's Mark Gurman reported Apple was planning multiple new Ultra products, with the foldable iPhone considered the strongest candidate. Chinese tipster Digital Chat Station later backed up the same claim, adding even more credibility. Current rumors suggest Apple will unveil the iPhone Ultra in September 2026, alongside the iPhone 18 Pro and iPhone 18 Pro Max, while the standard iPhone 18 could be pushed back until 2027, putting the spotlight on Apple's premium lineup. Although Nikkei Asia previously claimed Apple was behind schedule, Gurman later reported development remains on track. Initial supply may be limited, but Apple is still expected to launch the foldable around the same time as the iPhone 18 Pro models. Perhaps the biggest clue comes from iOS 27 beta. Product designer Sam Hunry-Gold discovered references to fold state and angle degrees, suggesting Apple is already preparing software to detect folding positions. Macworld also confirmed these findings, making the evidence even more convincing. If these leaks prove accurate, Apple could finally enter the foldable market with its most ambitious iPhone ever. Will the iPhone Ultra redefine smartphones and become Apple's next iconic product? Apple's first ever foldable iPhone is creating massive excitement, and a new supply chain report has made the anticipation even bigger. According to the latest information, Foxconn is making final manufacturing adjustments before mass production begins, sparking fresh questions about whether Apple's long-awaited foldable will launch exactly as planned. Even with the latest rumors, Apple is still expected to unveil its first foldable iPhone alongside the iPhone 18 Pro at its September event. However, getting one on launch day may not be easy. Early production is expected to be very limited as Apple carefully increases manufacturing for what could become its most ambitious smartphone yet. The cautious rollout reportedly comes from Apple's relentless focus on quality. Instead of rushing into the foldable market, Apple is believed to have waited until Samsung Display developed an almost crease-free folding screen capable of meeting its demanding standards. The company wants to deliver the premium experience users expect, even if it means taking extra time. Building a foldable iPhone is far more complex than producing a standard iPhone. Every hinge, folding mechanism, display, and internal component must pass Apple's strict quality inspections. Even tiny imperfections can trigger additional refinements, making final manufacturing adjustments a normal part of the process before production reaches full speed. Launch rumors remain mixed, but the latest DigiTimes report says Foxconn is only making final manufacturing adjustments before mass production. If there's any delay, it's expected to be minimal. Apple is still expected to unveil its first foldable iPhone in September, but limited supply could make it one of the hardest iPhones to buy at launch. Apple's first foldable iPhone is back in the spotlight, and a fresh battery leak could be a game changer. According to trusted tipster Digital Chat Station on Weibo, Apple's upcoming foldable iPhone is expected to feature dual-cell battery with rated capacities of 1,921 mAh and 2,962 mAh, delivering a combined minimum rated capacity of 4,883 mAh. Even more exciting, supply chain sources believe the final battery could land somewhere between 4,800 and 5,000 mAh, although these figures are still awaiting confirmation. If this leak turns out to be true, Apple will adopt the same dual-cell battery design used by premium book-style foldable phones.